8 rounds, just 8 rounds. You're gonna feel pain 8 rounds.
I'm gonna break everything in your face. I'm gonna break everything in your face. September 14th, it's fireworks, bro. It's fireworks. You know, you see it in my eye. You see it in my eye.
Fear.
Never.
Hey, what's going on, Ringsiders? This is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer, and welcome back to Ringside Stories. Or if you're new, we make content regarding boxing through mini documentaries, backstories, and much more. So if you enjoy that type of content, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and Mike Tyson that like button.
Boom, perfect timing.
Thanks so much for your support in advance, and welcome to the channel. Saul Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed super middleweight world champion no more. After declining to defend against mandatory title challenger William Skull, the IBF has stripped him of his world title in the midst of the announcement Canelo Alvarez takes on undefeated Puerto Rican American Edgar Berlanga.
What do you say to those doubters that say, no, Edgar Berlanga is not ready for a Canelo?
I'm gonna make them believers, baby. I keep saying it. I love when people doubt me. I've been doubted all my life. The level of that fight, of the magnitude of that fight is gonna be insane. You know, he's been at that level already. So he's used to, it's comfortable. That's like his comfort zone, like him, 100,000 people going crazy. And I gotta be a little tweaked out, you know, for me to beat this guy. But as long as I do my part, I go out there and I believe in myself, that I just gotta go out there and do my thing.
Now, that's great news for Berlanga, who calls himself the chosen one, since he is chosen as the opponent by the boxing superstar on Mexican Independence Day in September this year. Yes, it plays into the narrative of the Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry, but that's just one on paper as far as the narrative goes. Because as for boxing fans who want to see the best fight the best, this is yet another disappointing pick from Team Canelo.
I don't mind the fight either, you know, but it's not something that I was really excited about.
But right now I'm in the position I can ask him to. So I'm in the position I can ask him to, and I can do whatever I want. And we'll see what happens.
After his 2022 loss to WBA light heavyweight champion of the world Dimitri Bivol, Canelo has had a couple of fights that were won before the first bell. Fights that include the Triple G trilogy, which has lost its appeal, especially with Golovkin having to move up to 168. John Ryder, who held the WBO interim title and was Canelo's homecoming, where he failed to stop the tough Brit. A fight with super inactive Jermell Charlo, who moved up 2 weight classes and clearly came to survive to get a payday. And most recently, a domestic fight with Jaime Munguia, a fight which I personally had no interest in until the near legendary pre-fight antics from veteran promoter Oscar De La Hoya, which added some spice to what would have been quite a pedestrian build-up that clearly got under Canelo's skin.
But that doesn't change the fact that Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some respect on it.
Tú no escribes nada, cabrón, tú no haces nada, o sea, tú no haces nada. Eres un pendejo, eso no quieres.
The September 14th fight has been made. Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga. A fight that nobody asked for. Fans are now starting to boycott Canelo for continuing to duck you know who.
I've been trying to get that fight with Canelo for a long time, and as you can see, I got the star power now. You know, people love the way I fight, and you know, they interact with me really well. But that'd be a big fight. That'd be a really big fight. I think everybody wins. The world of boxing wins. The fans win, and you know, this is a fight that we got to get going on. And you know, if he really believes that he's the best in the world, then come beat me and come shut me up. But
He brings nothing to the table for me. It's just he brings just 25 pounds more in the night. But if one promoter who I work to, they come and say, I offer to you 150 to 200 million, I fight tomorrow.
The objective boxing fans were clamoring for a long-awaited matchup between Canelo and former 2-time WBC 168-pound champion of the world David Benavidez, given that the Mexican monster went up to 175 and did not impress against Alexander Gvozdyk, a former world light heavyweight champion, yes, but also age 37. I thought Canelo would invite Benavidez down to 168, as the naturally bigger Benavidez has a history of having trouble making the weight even in the past, which could have given Canelo somewhat of an advantage. The fact that Canelo has openly declined to face Benavidez, who up until just recently was Canelo's WBC mandatory challenger, proves he ducked David Benavidez. And there's really no good reason for that as far as I can see, in my opinion.
I don't need to prove anything to anybody anymore. I've been done everything in my career.
Canelo has opted to face Edgar Berlanga, which is quite disappointing again, because even though Berlanga fights bravely, he has never been a champion and doesn't really have a buzz. I mean, who has Edgar Berlanga beat that makes any objective boxing fan believe he has a real chance other than a puncher's chance, or believes he even deserves to be in the ring against Saul Canelo Alvarez?
Yeah, I bet you don't make it to fight. That'll be me up there. That'll be me up there and you put a finger on me. Bet you that.
Let's turn things back. Hello. Take it easy. I'm gonna take care of it for you.
Okay, so Edgar Berlanga has 16 first-round KOs and stoppage wins, but who are those fighters? As soon as Edgar Berlanga stepped up in competition, the stoppage wins stopped abruptly.
See exactly what hurt Berlanga on the canvas. It's a counter right and a delayed reaction, and then he has the president might say, oh, come on.
In the last 3 years, starting from 2021 up to today's recording, Berlanga won 6 fights, only stopping 1, which was his most recent outing. And no disrespect, but again, who did Edgar Berlanga fight even after he stepped up in competition?
Hey, you fight with nobody, man.
I don't want to f*** you up right now because your money is gone. So take it easy.
And look, in my opinion, Saul Canelo Alvarez has done great things in the sport of boxing. He has beat a who is who at 160, went up to 175 to become a champion against an aging champion, yes, but he won a legit world championship at light heavyweight, became the first ever undisputed world champion at 168, but that does not give Canelo a free pass to hold up a division, and fans are in their right to call out Canelo for taking easy fights when there are more quality operators who pose a serious threat to his throne.
And what? And then what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Sure, Canelo Alvarez might have shown signs of being in decline against lower tier opposition or fighters that have come up in weight. Sure, Edgar Berlanga has been clamoring for the Canelo fight. However, objectively speaking, Berlanga hasn't shown anything against anybody to pose a serious threat against one of pound for pound's best in the sport of boxing. Unless A, Canelo has fallen off overnight, B, if the stars align for Edgar Berlanga and somehow lands a punch from left field that Canelo doesn't see coming without any defense, normally speaking, Saul Canelo Alvarez should beat Edgar Berlanga without much trouble.
Take it easy way because your turn is coming.
What does make me wonder though is this lingering question. Does Saul Canelo Alvarez still have the hunger to prove himself against the best in the sport? Sure, Canelo won his last 4 out of 4 fights, but they were against guys who came up in weight, and Canelo wasn't able to stop them guys. In fact, Canelo's last stoppage win draws back all the way to November 2021 when he TKO'd Caleb Plant to become the undisputed champion of the world, and the fight after, Dimitri Bivol, in which Canelo got outsmarted and outboxed. A fight, yes, at 175, but a fight Canelo should have lost with a way wider margin, seems to have sapped the hunger out of Canelo. He declined an immediate rematch with Bivol, who wanted to challenge Canelo at 168 for all the belts. Surely with Team Canelo knowing that Canelo simply cannot beat the Russian, Canelo has declined the David Benavidez fight multiple times for various incomprehensible reasons, when the Mexican monster has been Canelo's mandatory challenger for the WBC for a while. David Morrell, the WBA regular champion at 168, has never been discussed or even brought up by Canelo from what I've seen so far, and like his namesake has gone up in weight to seek his opportunity at light heavyweight. And so a lot of question marks regarding Saul Canelo Alvarez's career at the moment. What do you make of all this? What do you think of Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga? Let us know your thoughts, adding yourself into the heavyweight mix in the comment section below. If you like content like this and you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss out any episode here on Ringside Stories. And Mike Tyson that like button.
Boom, perfect timing.
Now, if you've done that already, you're amazing. We already know that you are the true undisputed world champion. Till next time, Ringsiders, this is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer with Ringside Stories. Thanks for watching and have a legendary day.